Hey Ricardo, how you doing? All right, so I was reading through your writing. Everything is making good sense here. Yeah, I love the lighthearted rom-com approach. I think it's excellent, and you nailed it too. I mean, you just drilled it. Good job. Um, and now this came up here. It says if the poster came out, it would attract a very specific audience. But I just want to reinforce, as a designer, it sounds like, and I've had mentioned this earlier in this forum, but it sounds like you kind of defaulted to your target audience. But in reality, what you would do is in designing is you would establish your target audience and you would design towards that target audience. Do you see what I'm saying? So you would determine the demographic of this rom-com based on the age of the characters, who would it attract, and then you would use design attributes that would be appealing to that specific target group, as opposed to, and I'm not saying that you did this, I'm just saying it kind of sounds like it defaulted to this specific audience. You see, the poster came out, I think it would attract a very specific audience. I don't know if that's what you meant, but I just wanted to make that specifically clear. If you didn't, I think that what you're saying here is that the target attracts the audience, and I totally agree with that. Um, Okay. Something down here that I saw. Oh, you wanted to talk about breakdown and more layers. Yeah, layers and everything in this class. I mean, you can look at this class as basic, kind of an introduction. So everything in here, we only have 8 weeks. So my recommendation to all students that are picking up Photoshop is to just run with it, stick with it, and study as much as you can. Just because this class is over doesn't mean your learning of Photoshop is over. Because you should still be experimenting and working with blending modes and learning all you can about layers and layer styles, blending modes, masking techniques, etc., selection techniques, etc. So this basically kind of introduces you to these things and says, okay, you run with it now. All right, let's go and take a look at the piece. I think it's a fantastic piece. I love your selections. Great job on the hair, the feathers. I mean the feathers, the wings. Really specifically impressive right here through with the hair spikes, right through here, right there, that little part of the background, and this little background showing her the background through her hair. Excellent selection techniques. Very good. Um, I think to a high degree, the success of this piece lies in the fact that you were so careful and conscientious about selecting the images. The images actually, the light source is very consistent. These two almost identical. This one's just a little bit less, got a little bit less contrast in these. You might consider putting this guy, it's not going to improve the light source, but if you take a look at the presentation of blacks, okay, so the only black in his is the shadows, right, in the hair. But then we see black right here, and then in her we see black in the shadows and in the hair and her mouth and her eyes. It seems like the black here is just a little bit washed out. So I would recommend putting him through another, very carefully, another adjustment layer to try to increase the contrast associated with the shadow areas. And I think that would help. Watch his eyes. If you can bring out more contrast in the eyes and watch the black areas, that's going to be your telltale is those areas. So if you can bring those out, I think it might create even a more compelling relationship between this triad of characters here. Nice job with your type. Great type. Good choice right here for Nosy Ghost. I think that's excellent. Love the tagline. Outstanding work. Okay, so just those little minor adjustments, and I think we're good to go. All right, so Ricardo, fantastic job. Just really loved watching this piece come together. So really outstanding work. Thank you very much.